Welcome back, everybody, to the Meeple Marathon, and today we're going to be taking a look at not an iOS app, which I normally do on a Monday, but I wanted to highlight this new website. This is happymeeple.com. I'm not sure how long this has been out there. I was alerted to this website through the Thunderworks Games, essentially, who just put Cartographers Heroes out there, the follow-up standalone expansion to Cartographers: A Role-Player Tale, and they said you can go play Cartographers on happymeeple.com. I was like, what is happymeeple.com? So this is it's very different from Tabletopia or Tabletop Simulator, as it almost sets the game up like an app would, where a lot of the things are automated. You're not having to flip cards over yourself, or you essentially just click on a deck and it serves you a card and things like that. But then there's also this weird kind of city building aspect here in the background that I guess is giving you incentive to play more, but maybe possibly complete microtransactions with the company. You can see here that if I click on this, I can actually pay $1.69 for 1,200 gold coin. That's pretty cheap, but it's like I said, it's a microtransaction. You would use these coins to gain wood, brick, and stone and whatnot. But you can see here on my map, I have built a few buildings, and if I click on my market and go to my market, I can spend money. And this resource right here, the food, is what enables me to play the games. So essentially very similar to free-to-play games or microtransaction games. Here I can go to the castle to spend the resources I bought at the market to build more stuff. But you can see here that this food, I have 20 out of 20, and in 2 minutes I'll gain one more. I'm at my max though. This is going to allow me to play these games. And so the one game I wanted to highlight today was Lost Cities. This is normally a head-to-head two-player game, but if you are just by yourself, you can play this game. Not only you can play through the tutorial, it's very straightforward. You can then play against the AI bot, and they vary in levels of difficulty, or you can go in and you can play with a friend, or full play means that they're going to match you up with somebody all around the world. The other day I was playing against somebody in France, and you can play against another human being, especially in these kind of quarantine COVID times. This really gives you the opportunity to play games like this if you are stuck at home. So again, going to the inn essentially is going to show you a lot of different options of who's looking for someone to play with, and all these other open rooms and things like that, and click on a game to open up a new table. So if you just click on this green dice, this is going to give you all the different games that you can play. And here Raging Bulls is a completely solo game, and then all the rest of these appear to be two-player games. And it's nice that they give you roughly how long does it take to play, what's the difficulty level, starting with very easy at the top. So again, let's just go into Lost Cities here, and we'll play through a game of Lost Cities just so you guys can see what it's like. But again, it was free to sign up. I used my Facebook ID to create an account, so it tracks everything. And so we're just going to do training. We're not going to mess with finding someone. You can see that I have beaten the first 3 levels of the bot. So we'll go ahead and we'll play against this level 5 bot here. And you can see I lost 3 food to go ahead and play Lost Cities. And then essentially it just is an app inside of the web browser. And you can see there's some ads over here, and they want you to click on these, buy these games from Amazon. And there's all this extra junk that you don't really need. And you can also turn up the volumes of things over here. But essentially Lost Cities is, you could almost play this game with a deck of cards. Think of it as having a normal deck of cards, and you're trying to get runs from 2 to 10. And actually you couldn't play it with a deck of cards because the deck of cards only has 4 suits. So take a deck of cards that has 5 suits. You're trying to create runs from 2 to 10, but once you start a run, you can never go back and add into it. And once you play, say, if you play a 5, you cannot go back in and add a 4 or a 3 or a 2. You can only count up. And you and the person you're playing against have the same deck of cards. So if the person opposite me has the, say, if I play this green 2, and the person opposite me has the green 3, and they play it, I'm never going to get a green 3. I might as well just start looking for the green 4. So that's the object of the game, is to create these nice long rows. Technically, you get a bonus if you get 8 or more cards down in a certain color, and to score points. Well, the trick is anytime you start a expedition, as they call it, in a particular color. So say I start an expedition in yellow, I'm actually going to lose 20 points. And so I have to make sure I can earn at least more than 20 points back to get back into the positive. And you can see right now that the person I'm playing against has negative 40, because they start an expedition with this money symbol. The money symbol essentially counts towards your 8. It counts towards starting an expedition, but it's going to double that start of an expedition fee, because the money symbol is essentially going to double every number that comes after it. And then you can easily count up the points you're getting per color or per expedition, because it's just 2. Say we did green 2 and 7 and 8 is 17. So again, if I just wanted to play these 3 numbers here, I would be at negative 3, because I would have started at negative 20 and then only gained 17 points back. And if I couldn't find any other cards to fit in there, I would actually lose points on the green expedition. You can at any point discard a card and put it in the middle here. You can see these kind of torn up pieces of paper that sit in between us. And anytime that a card is in the middle, if it's the top card on its particular stack, and you would discard cards to their actual color, you or the opponent can draw that card at the end of their turn. Otherwise, you draw normally from this stack of cards in the upper right that says 43. Once this stack is gone, then the game is over. So sometimes games can go really fast, but if everybody's pulling from the middle, it will extend the game a little bit longer. And again, that's pretty much it. It's a very fast-paced game. It's one that's almost impossible to play solo if you have just the base game or the actual physical game. So that's why I'm highlighting this game as a game that's great to play in app form, because you can actually play against someone, either a real person or an AI bot, when normally it would be impossible to play in person. So let's just go ahead and get started here with some of these examples. And again, I don't really have a good starting hand here. So I think what I'm going to do is actually throw out this 6 and just throw it away and draw a new card. All right, so you can see here now that I have two money symbols, which is on the 4 on a keyboard. So I could throw these down, but I would be just like him. I would be at negative 80 just for this yellow expedition, and then I would only triple. Putting 1 money symbol down doubles all the numbers after it. Putting 2 money symbols down triples it, and you actually get 3 money symbols, which quadruples it. But a 999 is 27. It's not 80. So I definitely need some more numbers in yellow before I want to do this. But I also really don't want to chuck any more of these, because I like that these are high here. If I can get some other blues, I would love to get a money symbol for the greens. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is start here and then just draw a new card. Okay, so that's helpful. And so we will just continue to march forward with yellow. All right, so we're doing pretty good here. Now the question is, do I want to go ahead and throw out my 4? Because if he has the 2 and 3, then I might as well. But there's a chance he may throw the 2 and 3 out here, and I could add those to my collection. Right now I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need 3 more yellows to get that 8 card bonus. Now, do I want to go ahead and start my green one and give up the chance to double my scores? And I think what I'm going to do here is go ahead and play the 4, because the 2 and 3 even tripled is not getting me very much. And I certainly can't do any better than playing a 5 next, so we'll play that. And so here again I have a decision to make. I could throw away this 8, but you can see he's already starting an expedition in 8, so he definitely would probably take that card. Is it worth it for me to essentially give him 16 points? Because that's what I'd be doing right now with his 1 money symbol. That's essentially throwing him 16 points, and he'll probably take it because he is, the level 5 AI bot. I'm not quite ready to jump away from the 6 or the 7 yet. And also, though, I'm noticing that he has all 3 money symbols for green. So, since I know I'm not going to get any money symbols, I'm going to start there and see if I can't get something I can play. Okay. So I'm willing to throw him the 2 because that's 6 versus 16 points. He'll probably take it. But I don't feel like I'm giving him too many points at that juncture. Now, I'm not ready to jump all the way to 7 or 8. I would really love to get a money symbol for the blue, and I'm not ready to jump up to the 8 and 9. So again, I'm going to give him the 8, and I'm sure he's going to take it. But hopefully, all right, I got something that I wanted. And there you can see he definitely took the 8. But I'm going to go ahead and start this over here. Hopefully I get another card I can use. And there's a 7. So I'm okay with jumping ahead, jumping over the 6 and not trying to go for the 6. All right, and 8. Now see, again, I could throw this away. I'm probably not going to start a red expedition, but he would definitely scoop that up because that's another 24 points for him at this point. So again, I can't do better than an 8 over here. Okay, so that helps my green run. There you can see he threw out the 6 because he knows even if I take it, I can't play it. I can't go back and retroactively fit that 6 in there. So that was a safe card for him to throw out there. Essentially, it's like a war of attrition when you're holding on to cards you know the other player wants. Okay, so we're doing pretty good here. Again, he knows I've already started my 2 with my 2, so I can't use this card. But I'm going to continue moving forward here. Okay. Now, am I ready to jump all the way up to a... No. I know he's got the 5, but the 4 is still out there. So I'm going to throw this out there because I know I'm not going to start a red expedition. He can't use it. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted. All right, so I'm going to finish off this expedition. You can see I'm now getting a bonus because I got 8 total ones. I'm now solidly in the positives, and he's stupidly in the negatives. But that's going to change. He's definitely going to climb himself out of this hole here very soon. All right, so I played that, and I got another one of my greens. So that's pretty good. Now I know he's got 4 or 5, so the only thing I'd be waiting for is a 3. It's not worth it. So let's go ahead and jump on this train. Maybe we can get lucky. Well, them's the breaks. See, this happens from time to time. You draw into essentially a card that you literally could have used just seconds ago. Okay, so I also want to keep in mind that there's only 11 cards left in the deck. So I want to make sure that I can get these 3 blue ones out and this 10 out. So I should be fine just drawing from the deck straight away. I'm definitely not giving him this card. He took my 9, so I can't do any better than the 10. And obviously, he's not getting either one of these because he would just throw those on. This would be a 40-point card and a 36-point card for him. So I'm just going to squat on these for right now. All right, there's only 7 cards left, and I need to be able to get 3 more of these out. Do I think I could squeeze one in there? No. Let's play it safe and make sure we can get these out. I also want the game to end sooner for him because he's still in the negative here. So the quicker I go through this pile up here, the less time he has to climb out of his hole. So now you see he was at negative 173 and now he's at 3. So that was a big hole to climb out of. All right. There could be an 8 or a 9 out there. So what I'm actually going to do is throw out a card that he can't use and just wait. Because if I get that 8 and 9, I'll be able to squeeze him in there. And again, I'm not giving him any of these. I can do this one more time, I feel like, and see if I can't get... Nope. Okay. So I'm confident in the fact that I'm just going to throw this 10 out there, draw another card. Oh, and there it is. There's exactly what I was waiting for. But again, I'm not going to give him anything he can use to try and keep my lead here. Oh, that was a big point, but we were victorious. So 118 to 74. 118 is a personal best for mine. Basically, this bonus here helped. And you know, you think you always want to have those start with those low numbers, but really it's what you want is a good string at the end. So 7, 8, 9, 10 was really positive. You can see most of my points were right here in the yellow expedition. So just one quick note as to why this game again is really nice to play in app form is that it score keeps for you, and it score keeps in each individual column, so you can see, you know, where am I losing points and where am I gaining points. I've never played this game in person before. I've heard about it. I heard it's a great 2-player game. It's from Rainier Knizia, who's an excellent designer, and I'd love to play someday, but I have no idea how difficult it is to keep track of all those negatives and then the positives while you're playing the game to see if you're actually ahead in an expedition in the positive, in the black, I guess you could say. So again, just the fact that this scorekeeping is done for you by the app, it makes it an excellent way to play Lost Cities. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. Once again, thanks for watching. Have a great day.